ever podcast for the International Student Council. It's going to be called Let's Be Real. And this is our official new podcast where we introduce international students to talk about their experiences. And for our first episode, it's going to be about the first step into a foreign land, which is Western Michigan, in Michigan, Kalamazoo. We'll be asking our international students if you guys want to introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, and when you study here, which year are you in?
Hi guys, my name is Esperance Abedi. I'm the president of the Congolese community here at Western Michigan University, and my major is economics, minor in business, and this is my third year.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jojo. I'm from Indonesia. I came here about a little bit over a month ago, and I'm majoring in sales and business marketing with a minor in leadership and business strategies.
First of all, thank you guys all for just participating in our podcast. I know you because you're the president of our company's association. Amazing. So if you guys can't tell, this episode will be we'll be comparing and contrasting different experiences. If you know Jojo, she is a first semester student, and Esperance has been here for quite some time. So we do want to bring it back into what you felt when you first came here for both of you, and we're just gonna talk more about that. Thank you guys. Okay, first question is I wanted to ask you guys, what were your expectations before you come here? Like, why did you choose Western Michigan and the US?
You can go first.
Alright, yeah. So, the main reason why I chose Western Michigan University is, let me go from the beginning. So, I was actually attending an international student school back home.
Wow.
Yeah. So the school had a connection with Western. So they connected us with Western. So it was not as if I kind of had a choice of coming here. So the proposal like, hey, this is University of Michigan called Western Michigan University is having this. We have a connection. We have a partnership. Would you like to go over there? And I was like, oh, it doesn't look bad. It looks good. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go over there. So what was my expectation? All right. So my expectation was, I was really expecting Western to be very different than my school back home, because first of all, Congo is a French country, so we have French education, and then here in America we have English, the American education. So I was really expecting everything to be different. I was not expecting it to be the same.
Yes.
So coming here, I knew that my classes were going to be hard, if I can say that. I knew that stress was going to be my friend during semesters. But I was kind of prepared, and so I was really expecting things to go according to how it's going. Not 100%, but it was really, I was kind of happy about the rest of it.
I actually had a similar experience as Roman's in the sense that my preparatory college back in Indonesia also has a partnership with Western Michigan University, and they had a partnership with another university in Australia. And the reason that I chose my preparatory college is because I knew I wanted international education, and an education where you could do about half of it back at home and half of it in a foreign country just seemed like the right choice for me. And the reason I chose the US over Australia in particular was because Western Michigan had offered a scholarship, whereas the Australian program didn't. And I feel like the US education is just more in line with what I've been learning so far. And my preparatory college actually, they had Western Michigan University approved subjects there.
Oh, okay.
So
you're able to transfer your credits?
Yeah, I was able to transfer actually all of my credits because we were basically taking Western Michigan University subjects in Indonesia. Because of that, I thought it would be the same difficulty, but I think it really depends on the professors. Even here, I found that the subjects here are much more digestible. There's just a lot more prep work that goes into all of the subjects.
Right. Really, what did you feel like you wanted to achieve here? Is there a goal like before you come? Is there something you want to like do for yourself when you're here?
So, I already knew from Indonesia that when I did come here, I wanted to have a job. And I had set a goal for myself that at least within the first like 3 months, I wanted to be able to make enough to pay for my own rent and my own living costs so that my parents back home will only need to pay for my tuition.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was like my primary goal. Aside from that, it's just like maintaining the grades and being somewhat proactive in like extracurricular activities in school. And I think so far, I have 2 jobs now, and like I've already met
Ooh, one month. That's really good. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
And what are your 2 jobs on campus?
Right now I work at the dining service here in
Okay.
Youth Institute, as well as the peer navigation system in Ellsworth Hall.
I know. I like started out in the BDC for like 3 years. I was like, that's good.
I'd say the only goal I haven't like really satisfied myself with so far is like proactiveness. I feel like I'm not able to join as many clubs or as many like non-academic activities as I hoped, but that's probably because I'm still quite busy with like the 2 jobs as well as like the full-time school. And because I had to kind of catch up, I took a lot of credits this semester. How many credits? I took 14. Which isn't a lot, but my classes are quite challenging this semester, I'd say. So, yeah, but I feel like I'd be able to maybe accomplish it next semester.
Right. Because you came in as a transfer student.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in your junior year?
So I have like 3 after this semester, I would have 2 more left, but I'm technically a senior.
I think it's like so different because like you and I, we come in our freshman year, so we're like kind of like but yeah, what were your well, if you can like still remember like what were your yeah
Yeah, so I would say it's kind of similar to the same thing that she said about having a short-term goal, getting a job, being a little bit, independent from your parents. That was really something that I was hoping for, and that was my short-term goal. And also to keep up my grades, because I graduated high school with very high grades, so I was like, okay, I have to keep my grades. I have to keep it here, yes. So when I came here, I was like, okay, I have to be part of the lead honors, and yes, I'm part of the lead honors. So I tried my best, to keep my grades. That's my academic goal, is to keep my grades high. I don't want it to go below 3.5 or 3.6. So I want it to be high. And my personal goals, I believe like if I graduate, then that's maybe where I will start exploring more. So,
and you think like you explored a lot?
yeah, right now I feel that I'm learning new stuff. I'm learning a lot of things here at Western. I'm going to conferences, going to workshop, and learning from people that are already successful, learning from people that are in the same shoes as me right now, as us right now. If it sounds good, somebody tells me, hey, I was like you one day, I didn't have this, but then look, this is what I did, and this is what I did. So, yeah. So I feel like I'm learning a lot of things, and I'm like growing up, so I believe in the future.
All right, then we'll move on into the next section. So where did you guys arrive at when you came in? You arrived in Chicago or Zoom?
So I arrived in August 2021. I landed in Chicago. I stayed over there for 3 days because I know I couldn't be here.
Right.
Yeah, with a friend of mine, we kind of like explored Chicago, and then we drove to Kalamazoo.
Oh, so when you came, like, did you already have friends?
I came with my friend. Remember I told you guys that at the beginning that my school connected us with Western.
Right.
So my school, like my friends from high school, we were like 6 of us here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I came with her, and we were like, let's explore.
Okay. And did you like face any struggles? struggles when you first came? Or do you think like having friends to come along with that?
That was helpful and that was good because I did not feel lonely. I felt that I was with somebody who understood me because we were from the same country, same culture, we understood each other, we spoke the same language, French, we blah blah blah. So yeah, and I did not really face difficulties when I arrived.
So yeah, I also arrived in Chicago. I feel like even if you arrived at Battle Creek, you would have to do the immigration at Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't arrive at Battle Creek. I arrived at was it Chicago O'Hare or something, the airport name. I arrived September 16th. So a little bit over a month from now. Also, I think I wish I did, but I didn't explore Chicago like you did. So I arrived at like
She went to the beach, ate deep dish.
We know downtown.
But there's not really that much to do. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like Chicago.
I have no opinions of it.
Okay, because you haven't, have you like been around or?
My favorite Chicago tourist place that I've been to is the airport because that's the only place I've been to.
Okay, we gotta go to this forward. Like for me, when I first came here, I've always, because I'm in a new country, I want to get to know like people from that country.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like I guess like the desire to meet Americans or like make friends with Americans?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I have that. And I was going out, I'm making friends.
Yeah. Like was it hard for you per se?
To be honest, no, because I feel like I'm not sure about Congo, but in Asian countries, there's very much a culture where it's like more group-based than individual-based. But aside from what you think being group-based would make the people more social, but I think especially in Indonesia, there's a culture where people like once they found their group, they don't really explore outside of that.
That's the thing I think. Like it's very cookie.
Yeah, very cookie, exactly. But here, since it's more individual based, not only is it like, it's not weird if you go to places alone, you go to classes alone.
Yeah,
it's
true.
very much normal, and also people are more open to knowing other people. And I transferred here, I didn't go at the same time with them, but I transferred here this semester with 4 other people. No, 3 other people, so 4 total with me. 3 other people from Indonesia as well. The 3 of them are in the same major, but I'm in a different major alone. So all my classes are pretty much Americans, especially because I'm in a sales major. I feel like that's a more a lot of the international students are in digital marketing, in business. I'm in sales and business marketing. All my classes are all Americans. So
Yeah. And like, did you meet a lot of like American friends in class?
American friends, and through 100% through the new student orientation, I'm so glad they had a separate one for international students because the friends I met there, I'm still in touch with them and I'm still like hanging out with them to this day.
And when you came here, like, what's your first impressions of the USA? Did you like think that Kalamazoo was gonna be like Kalamazoo, or
You have something to say?
oh yeah, because you're from like a big city.
We're all are.
We're all from capital city. We're from capital city.
So, I was not expecting Kalamazoo to be Kalamazoo. Right?
Did you like not hear about like it's gonna be a small town or?
Yes, I heard, but I was not expecting it to be like this. I was really not, and I was not prepared. So yes, one thing I was not prepared for Kalamazoo. I was really not prepared.
Yeah.
Because I told myself, okay, I'm going to USA. What are you
Yes,
like, yeah. Especially when I spent 3 days in Chicago, driving here, I was like, oh my God, where am I going to live? Where am I going to live for 4 years? I was like, okay, this place is just a place. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. So I was like, it was not really what I was expecting. I knew it was a small town.
Yeah,
It was- I told myself, I'm here to study. I'm here to fulfill my dreams, whatever I have to do. But arriving here, I was like, it will help me to feel better. It will help me to study because there's nothing out there.
Literally, you can't spend any, like, if I was in New York and I would be like broke. Like, thank God, like here.
Exactly. Exactly.
You have nothing to do.
Yeah, that's what I always tell my
Grocery
friends.
shopping.
Grocery shopping, like you find things to do, right?
Transportation here, it's also,
Yes, transportation.
Walmart is like 5 minutes from my house, but then if you take the bus, then it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. I remember
And that's not good.
my first semester here. I used to go every weekend. 1 hour to Walmart. That's no.
It's not interested at.
Just order Walmart online. That's what I do because I don't have a car.
I'm actually like, I have kind of like the opposite experience of you, because I knew it was going to be a small city, but I was so excited. So I'm from Jakarta, which is like the capital city of Indonesia. It's also the capital of traffic, the capital of bad air, the capital of like, basically, like, you know, yeah, you know when LA was a different color because of their air?
Oh.
At some point during that time, Jakarta's air quality was still worse.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like Jakarta is a green city. If you want to go tourism there, sure, but like the air quality is bad. Like,
Really? Why?
so bad.
Because of the traffic.
Because of the traffic, and there's also like a lot of factors. But I actually went to school in Jakarta, but my house was in Tangerang, which means I had to do like 2-hour commute to school every day.
Every day?
Yeah, I took the train, and it was like
Wait.
a 2-hour commute.
2 hours with the train.
Yes. So if I took a car, it would have been 3 hours.
Yes, that's hard.
More than 4 hours, like every day.
Let's go back
Every day.
and forth.
Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm surprised because like I have trouble waking up at 5 a.m. here. So back home, I used to wake up at 4:30 every day.
And what time do you go to sleep?
Depends on homework.
Okay. And you didn't like rent a place in like Jakarta?
It's so expensive.
Expensive?
I think it might be more expensive than here, considering this is
Is it like New York?
Probably not because of the currency difference. Probably not New York level, but it might be more expensive. I'm not sure. I have to do the math. I haven't done it. And I was already told how small it would be. The only thing is that like, because it was a small city, I was expecting it to be more connected. And I definitely agree with you as someone who has to take the bus every day. The metro system is not the best. Like, I thought my place was just really far from campus because the bus takes 30 minutes. Like the Metro West takes 30 minutes to get here from Bacon Hills, which is like the closest bus stop to where I live. But like, I knew if there's a bus that goes straight from my place to Western Michigan, it barely takes 10. Like it did not need to take 30 minutes.
And that's why like everyone in Michigan has a car.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think as international students, like that's our biggest struggle. Is that we don't have a car.
Because it
Or
would
like
worth
your
it.
life, your life would be so much easier. So much easier to have, and you're living like off campus, so that's even worse. Do you guys have like any, I guess culture shock? Like, what's your biggest culture shock coming to the U.S.?
This is like my number one culture shock.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a shock because I knew it was gonna happen. I just found it so inconvenient. The fact that they don't have bidets here.
Ooh, okay, that
They
is
use
like.
toilet paper for everything, and I'm like, okay.
Do you guys have like the days in Congo or like it's like a spraying thing in the toilet where you can like spray down stuff and then you can like
Oh,
yeah. Well, I don't use that. No, I don't. I'm getting side afterwards. Yeah, but I know a lot of students from probably from Asia.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, from Asia. We have like the days and then we use the days like ultimately. But yes, there's no days.
Aside from that, it's stuff that I already knew would happen, so I wasn't as shocked. But one more thing, the fact that like was so worried because I didn't want to seem rude. For the first few times someone told me, have a great day, I just said thank you. Like I didn't say
Oh yeah,
I
we
didn't
don't say
process,
thank you,
I didn't process it fast enough, and I was like it would be like 5 minutes after someone said it to me, I was like, damn, I should have said you too.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but they say like have a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also confusing. I was like,
Have a good one. And then I just love using have a good one. Just have a good. And then you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good. Like those are not common outside of the U.S. right?
My bad.
Like yeah, I would say like like you're good is like the biggest one for me.
really?
Yeah, because I've never heard it.
Me too, actually.
Yeah.
When you like, for example, if you're gonna
Yeah, you're like I'm sorry. No, they don't say I'm sorry. They say period.
like, I feel like even in situations where like the other person is like, oh, you really say, oh, it's okay, or something like that. I was not ready to be I was like, what did they say?
Yeah.
Like, it took me so long to figure out that they said you're good and what that actually means. I don't know, intuitive.
Just
I
like
guess.
okay.
Yeah.
And so for my part, because I kind of like grew up around Americans, so it was not really, I didn't really have that cultural shock. But then I would say about greetings here too, and calling with the names.
Oh yeah, like in Malaysia we say like auntie uncle to people who don't.
Okay.
Is it the same?
It's not the same thing, but then we have like a very, I'm not saying that American are not respectful, but then we have like a very more respectful
Yes.
way, of
Yes.
calling like, somebody, yeah. So here like, I took a birthday. Like, you have to say, esperance, like something like that. That was kind of like cultural shock. Okay, I want to call you madam, I want to call you Mrs.
Yes.
I want to call you this. And they're like, no, call me Patrick, call me this, call me that. I'm like, okay. Yeah, so it's about the respect, about greetings, like how they greet each other. And, it was just really weird.
I agree with that. Like and then I asked like someone about it, and then they just like because they want in the workplace especially. I was like so surprised for that because I was like Mr. Mrs. right. But then they're like because they don't want you to make like you feel like you're lesser of a person just because you just came in. So like they want to have like respect for each other, which I think is like kind of interesting.
It is interesting,
Right.
right?
Like one important question I have for you guys is what do you guys feel about orientation when you first came?
Okay, so I actually did not have one. Yeah, I didn't. And I will explain why it's happening. So, when I arrived here in Kalamazoo, we were supposed to move in our apartment on 27th. But then we arrived at on the 22nd, on the 21st. So we had to live in a hotel, right? So we took the bus from the hotel till here on campus. And we took the wrong bus.
Oh no!
Yes. And the worst part it was very hot outside.
Yeah.
The sun, so we had to walk around trying to find, hey, where's Sembry Hall, where's Business College, where's this place, and where's that place. So it was a little chaotic, and then we felt like I was a little mad. So this is like the main reason why I like this my orientation, because the orientation was what I said around 9, but then we arrived on campus first of all 8. Since we were walking around trying to find places, and at the end we did not find a place. We were like,
Gosh.
yeah.
And which semester did you come in?
I came in
Fall of 2021.
2020. It was very hot. So that's why it was a bad day because it was very hot.
Yeah.
Trying to find places. And the worst part is we didn't know that we were going to use our phone, like, for the map, like campus map. We didn't know. So,
okay.
and then the place that we were in, there was nobody over there. So we're just walking around like, hey, let's try this. No. So it was just bad.
Yeah.
So I don't really have experience with international.
Yeah, and about like the bus situation, did you know how the buses operate? Like how did you learn?
We used Okay, do you know what's going to help us in reality? We're going to not help. Yes.
Does not help.
Yes, we took the wrong bus.
Oh, okay, yeah, because when I first arrived, like, the bus was like a huge problem.
Yeah, we took the wrong bus.
Yeah, and then like you have to download my stop.
We didn't know about it.
Yeah, there's no, I think like one thing that we worked on was like, I don't know if you saw it in the handbook, that we shared out.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. They did have that when I was here. So I was like, there's so many buses with so many numbers. I'm like, you don't really know
where this one is going.
Yeah, and thank God for me, like I had like seniors to help me out. But like without that, I think that would be pretty hard.
Yeah, so that was my story.
Yeah. Did you like have to ask someone for help or?
Basically, here in 2021, the coolest community that we have right now is not like this.
You're right. Yeah.
So it was like, let's say right now we have around 100 students.
But there's hundreds.
Yes, but then in 2021 we were like 10, 20. So it's like,
Yeah. Oh, why did like more Congolese students come?
because Western has partners over there, and then
Since you're like this is your first semester, what do you feel about this year's orientation?
Okay, so the memory's still fresh.
Yes.
Actually, I'm pretty sure our situation was like vastly different, and so I definitely understand why you would prefer that the orientations were mixed. But I actually really like the fact that the orientations were separated. Because I feel like for the international student orientation, there were just a lot of extra steps that we had to go through that I don't think we would have had the time to go through if it was mainly like tailored for American students. Because, for example, we had to go through advising, we had to go through immigration, we had to go through all that, which American students have to go through advising as well, but I imagine it would be so much easier for them since they're already here to do that beforehand.
Right.
Compared to like everyone else who just arrived.
Yeah.
And yeah, like 100%, I feel like it was better because also the fact that we got to meet other international students, like the people I met during that day, I'm still friends with, we still go to events with. Yeah. And I feel like it's really, it's beneficial at this point, at least, that it's separated. But I understand like your struggle 100%.
Or in an orientation sense, do you guys think that like there's anything, I mean like anything in general that you want to see improve for international students?
for orientation, because I do not have the experience so I don't really have much to say. But what I can say is, you said you don't know it, right? You have a book. We're helping.
Yeah.
With the numbers, like the buses, like the campus tour. They have like for orientation. I don't really have much to say because I don't know how it goes. Like, I don't know what y'all offer or what Western used to offer. So I cannot just say things that way. So in general, how Western can improve international student life here on campus. One thing that I know is a lot of international students are struggling with internship, right?
Right.
They're all struggling with that. Why? Because you're a business major, before graduating, they will actually force you to have an internship before graduating.
Yes. Right.
And we all know that companies do not want to hire international students. So I feel like a lot of international right now, especially if you're on your junior or senior, you start thinking about life. It becomes stressful, the process is stressful, and then you start thinking about your future, start thinking about, okay, if I finish with my process, how am I going to get a job? How am I going to get experience? How am I going to get this? Because companies do not want to hire international students. So if Western can help international students by helping us by connecting us with companies that are more willing to hire international students to get internships, to make our life easier, because as I said, it's very stressful if you start thinking about what will happen if you graduate. I have a friend of mine, she was like, oh my god, don't even wish to graduate career right now, girl, enjoy your life because if you have to graduate, you have to start thinking about your OPT, whatever those kind of stuff. Exactly. So she was expressing herself because she graduated, right? So I feel like this is like a request if Western can help international students like getting internship and connecting up with companies that are like, we want to hire.
Yeah.
Because I had like an internship opportunity, everything was okay, like they accepted me, but when they knew that I was an international student and they had to sign a paper, they were like, no. And that was so bad.
Did you have like
I don't have an internship yet, but the internship, like the company that already like had that already like interview, they liked me. They're like, yeah, yes, we like you, and then there's something that will come up like,
yeah, and that is so frustrating.
I know.
That like you have that potential, and it's like it's not like they're offering you full time. That's another story.
Exactly.
But it's an internship, so like anyone is allowed to do an internship, and it doesn't like you just have to sign the papers, just like fill in one page of paper, and you're good to go.
You're not
And
even
then
company
You're not asking for a visa.
Yeah, but companies do not want to do it.
Yeah, because like you lack that information. It's like you like as international students, you have to like educate other people on like how that process works.
Yeah.
And some people they're not even like willing to hear you out.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons is like if they want to have an intern, they want to have an intern who can work for them after they
Exactly.
Because
Yes.
you know we can't really
We cannot.
Yeah.
And they don't want to sponsor. Because
Yeah.
it's a lot of work, a lot of money, and they don't want to do that. So that's why they're like, okay, we're good. So that's really something that a lot of students are struggling.
I know like career fairs that because I have an internship this past summer, and that was like even like when I'm lucky. But the first like I don't want to mention that I'm an international student. Before they get to know me.
True.
I feel like if I mentioned that before that, like they're like it's like no.
No.
But even when I went to career fairs, like I talked to them, like everything was good. Like
What you mentioned, I don't know if that word international is scary.
yeah,
Is that scary?
I think so because like they're not willing to sponsor your visa.
they're afraid we just want them to sponsor a reason, which like
Yes.
We just want to get, we just want to get
That's
experience.
Yeah, and that's so like I think like that's always gonna be a struggle, even for like students not in Western.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to talk to like the career fair about like career services about this because that's what like I know like a lot of people are mentioning that like this is a problem.
It is a problem. Sometimes it's useless going to career fairs because you know that they're not going to hire you. They're not even going to let you speak to them because if they see international, they're like, we're good. You have to sign the paper. It's not as if I'm asking you to sponsor me. Like, I just want to get experience.
yeah, like I think 100% I agree with you. And if I was gonna give like a more specific recommendation, I think Western should try to have like a career fair for international students, which like not that I'm trying to gatekeep the American students from this career fair, but like having a career fair where all the employers have like 100% stated that they're okay with international students, or a career fair that is also like partly filled with international employees, will 100% help us so much.
Yeah.
And as American students, you don't really need this. Like you have so many other career fairs that I'm pretty sure you don't even come to all of them.
Yeah.
There's so many career fairs for you, which like great for you, but like we need an extra something. You know.
Hopefully we can get that done. But thank you so much again for joining us. We really appreciate like your thoughts. You guys are amazing interviewees. So
You're an amazing
okay, so if there's something else, we're gonna end this podcast right here. If you guys wanna be on the lookout for our next podcast, where we will be talking more about that